Hello and welcome back to Age of Engineering, and my name's CJ. Now where we last left off, we just finished the garden clocks, or cloche, or however you pronounce it. As you can see, I've got the canola one up and running at the moment, and you can see it does operate pretty fast. Now, I've already emptied out one of these chests. I have been trying to get a few more of these, but I needed some iron. I have been out mining as well. And as you can see, it's only been running about, I don't know, 10 minutes. I've emptied it every 10 minutes while I've been here, just filling up this chest. This chest is emptying rather fast and it is going through the oil, but as you can see, a lot of these are now full up. So sooner or later we're going to end up with a backlog of canola. So that's going to be brilliant. That is now all working fine. Let me just get rid of this guy here. Right, so what we're going to be doing today then, we've got his garden clocks in process. Looking over here, as you can see, this is a bit of an eyesore, and this is something I wanted to move away from. Now, one thing I want to move to then would be the storage drawers. The reason I haven't gone through any of these storage drawers yet is because I want the drawer controller. Now, the drawer controller requires one of these basic circuit boards. It doesn't actually show you on these basic circuit boards what it is that it needs, but it does say only the recipe using the calculator circuit is correct. So, the calculator circuit, this is now another thing for calculators, something else that we do require. Can't spell calculator. Right, and what we actually need is an extraction chamber. Now the extraction chamber takes a power cube, which we know how to make. It also takes weakened diamonds, oh wrong one there, and also takes reinforced stone. Now we have all the necessary items. I've even gone ahead and created the weakened diamond and the power cube and the reinforced stone. So we'll just quickly craft this up and then I'll show you how it works. So we'll get that and we'll take that. Let me just pop that out the way. I have also made a PA wrench. Now the PA wrench is made using the calculator with a reinforced pickaxe and a reinforced sword. And they are basically just stick and reinforced stone, same way you'd make a sword and a pickaxe to get the PA wrench. Now the PA wrench is going to be useful for us because it's going to allow us to set an in and out for this. Now at the moment, all these sides that are green, they are all an inlet. So if you click on the bottom, it's now turned to red, and that is now an outlet. Now the reason I want an outlet on there is because I want this pumping out into one of these storage chests. In fact, what I might do, see, I don't want it pulling anything out of there or there. So I'll just put it there for now. The algorithm chamber. You know what? I'm going to put one there as well because I do want to start processing a few more things in there. Right, so we've got this up and running. I just need to now give it some power. Let me just pop those away. And I also want to get out... where are my eyeball ones? There we go. One of those and one of those. So we'll pop one of those on there. And we will connect that to there. And now you can see that's already fully charged. It only takes 50k RF, but I have been storing up quite a lot of charge. So while we're here as well, I will switch this back on just for a few moments. It does drain power and will drain my power down to nothing, so we do have to turn it off every now and again. Right, what we need now, in fact I'll turn that off because of the lag. I'll turn that on after the episode and get some ores out of there. So what we're going to need then, we are going to need some dirt. I probably want to put a hopper above it as well, now I think about it, or to the side. In fact, I can fit one right there on the side. Now, I did make these reinforced storage crates. A bit useless, to be honest. It doesn't give you any extra storage. I think it just makes them more durable. So I just created a few there. As you can see, I've used a lot of them down there. I do like the way they look. I do find it difficult sometimes when I'm running around to spot my storage chests. Like if I got them somewhere around here, running past, like that one there for instance, you see it blends in pretty well, but those, they do stand out a lot better. So I may change them all up to look like that because they are more aesthetically pleasuring, as you could say. like they're more easy on the eyes. So we'll place that there and we'll fill that up with dirt. That should now start pumping the dirt into here. I'm going to get more dirt because we are going to need a few of these. And then there's another calculator item that we need to craft. So I'll just take a bit of dirt there. And pop all that in there. Right, and what this will give us, I'll just wait, says it's already done one, nope. I'll just let that process for a second then, and while we have a look what else it is that we're going to be making. Now, we're going to be looking at making the restoration chamber and the reassembly chamber. Which does mean that we're going to need to make redstone ingots. We do get 2 each time. And we're also going to need some enriched gold, which we already have, but we are going to need some more weakened diamond. So let's get started on this then. So we're going to need 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds. And have we got any enriched gold? Yes, we have. We only need 4 of that. And we only need 2 redstone because it does create 2 redstone ingots per 1 piece of redstone. So what we're going to do then, we're going to chuck the diamond in there. I could really do with putting a hopper system onto this thing. Maybe I'll turn some things around and reorganise the way I've got this set up. Have this as a little room possibly. But we'll see. I can do that in between episodes. That's not a problem. I could probably even cut out this wall because we are going to have quite a bit of space around the back of here because as I mentioned last time, we're going to make a few coke ovens that we're going to place in this area, so it will give us this space at the back here. I'll probably open that out between episodes and that will be a good idea. Right, so we've got our flawless diamonds. Bad luck of it, it doesn't transfer out. That's probably because I haven't used the PA wrench on this either. Yeah, and there we go. We can see that little hole underneath now. So now if I was to place that down, yeah, we've got that going through. Right, so I'll pop our redstone in there as well, get that processed up. And we're starting to get some dirty circuits. I believe that's a diamond circuit straight off the bat. That's one that we do need. And you also get some soil off it as well. Right. Got those. Just need that last one. I'll take that. Grabbed one before me. Beat me to the punch. Right. I'll take that lapis out there as well. I'll leave that small stone in there for now. Right, so let's come down here. As you can see, I've changed all the flooring out as well for the concrete. Unfortunately, it doesn't make you move any faster. I'm pretty sure I'd seen it do it on a few other mods, so they may have actually taken that out of this one. They may have disabled that function. Right, so I'm just going to chuck these in this chest here. Where are my other chests? Oh, they're all up here. I'm going to have to sort out storage soon anyway. I need a room for storage because all this running around to get to each different chest drives me a bit insane. And I can't actually remember where I've been putting my rotten flesh. Can't remember for the life. I think it's this one in here. No? I remember. I've been doing that much moving around, I can barely remember where I've been putting my chests. So we've got that sorted. There's a crafting table here. So first thing we're going to make then is the restoration chamber, which does mean that we need to make an extraction chamber. And we do need to make 2 extraction chambers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck some more diamonds in and we can go through the process of creating a couple more power cubes as well. I believe I have already got enough coal powder as well. I've been putting coal through and getting that processed up. Chuck those in there. And have we got coal powder? Yes, we have. Now, we're going to need 2 of those. We're going to need 4 of those. And let's get those in the compressor. And then we're going to need some cobblestone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 12, please. That needs air. I've got this pumping out all the old cells, so they'll go into there as well. As you can see, I've been chucking, I mean, I've got iron that's in here waiting to go in, and I still haven't managed to get a stack. This has been running for absolutely ages. Like, the amount of time this has been running is unreal. I can't even explain how long I've had it going, and it still hasn't made a stack of steel. Where this thing, great, makes stacks of steel, makes them no problem at all. Problem is, I can't get any of it out. So I have to keep coming up and swapping it around. So I'm going to have a look into that mod and see if I can automate that system somehow, because it drives me up the wall. We should have been able to automate that ages ago, but we seem to be still having a problem with that. There we go, we've got his weakened diamond. Pop that in there. We should also have our compressed. Yep, we've got all 4. I'll just chuck that dust back in there. Right, so we're going to need to make 2 power cubes. So 1, 2. And then we're going to need to make 2 of these extraction chambers. So I'll need my reinforced stone. Click on there, and we'll create us 2. Right, so the first one then, the restoration chamber. And the second one, the reassembly chamber. Now, we can upgrade these later on. As you can see, you've got reassembly chamber, but it does take another extraction chamber and takes fire diamonds. And these fire diamonds you have to do in the atomic calculator, which is a diamond, a blaze rod, and another diamond. But to get the atomic calculator, that triggers age 8, the dynamic calculator. Can we do it in the dynamic calculator? It still takes an atomic calculator to make a dynamic calculator, so that's way ahead of us just yet, so we won't be going straight down that line. Right, now what I want to do then, let's take these out here. Ooh, where is my, there it is. Got a little bit of OCD, I couldn't leave that even if I wanted to. And we'll take those, swap out those, and we'll also take that one out of there. Swap that there, and 2 or more. And we'll swap this out here as well. Right, so first one we want then is the restoration chamber. We're going to pop that there, and then we got the reassembly chamber, which I'm going to pop there. Now, same again, we're going to use this PA wrench. Whoop. Wrong one, that's shift click. Shift click does pick it up, but we just simply need to right click underneath. Right, I'm gonna go and steal another 2 of these storage crates, because hopefully before long we'll be able to move on to the storage drawers, which means I'm not going to need all these crates, which does mean I won't have to create all of these dropping conveyor belts, because I'll just be able to have it fed straight into a drawer controller that will then organise everything into drawers. So let's get these over here. We'll place 1 there and 1 there. We'll go back in our the black bag and get out our hoppers, and we'll pop 1 there and 1 there. Right, now we've started getting some of these dirty circuits, so I'm going to chuck them in there. No, we'll chuck this one in there first. Oh, we need to power it. So I was wondering why it wasn't working, but yep, power would be the necessary thing there. And I'm going to just pop that in there for now. I'm going to have to move things around, because obviously I want a hopper system to lead into this one as well, so that we can just automatically get these processed. So I will have to do some stuff off cam, probably open it all out up here. I can push this back and level it off as well, because my OCD drives me nuts over at this end, and we can get it looking more spiffy. So what I'm going to do then, let's just quickly get some power. So back into my engineer's toolbox, get me high voltage connections, and let's go up here, run across the top of here, and we'll place one on there and 1 on there. Now put those back, get his wires, and we'll make 1 connection there, and one connection there. And that's those two powered fully as well. And that should have started the process. Yep, that's now operating. Let me just pop that back in there. Right, now what we're going to do then, we're just going to leave that then so it can process. I will have a look to see if there is any speed upgrades for this. But I will do that in between episodes, or maybe even between a break. Right, so we've got that sorted now. That's going to start processing those. Because like I said, to move on to get that storage drawer, it does mean that we do need to get a lot of these circuits processed so we can finally search for the wrong thing there, so we can finally get some organization going, especially over there, because it's going to be pumping out a lot of seeds. And I'm not too sure what this is all about. This is something to do with the carpentry. But we will be moving on to that shortly, because that will trigger the next age. I have already got the items to trigger the farming age in here, but we will move on to that at another time. Right, so we're going to get the stuff built ready for make these other coke ovens. I have already crafted a lot of the items. It's just a case of remembering where I've put them. I think they are down here. I will also put that PA wrench back and my hoppers back. And reinforced stone back, and we'll get that changed back to that. It's Albaster brick. I need to change that back to Albaster. Alabaster. I do apologise about my pronunciations. And there. I believe there's another one in the middle as well. Yeah. Right. So we want the blast brick. And we've got 64. That's more than what we need, so that's plenty. So I'll just pop the rest of that back in there. In fact, I'll take that dirt. 3 stacks should do. Chuck some more stacks in here. Make sure that is processing as many as we can. Still only got 1 dirty circuit as of yet. What can we do with this soil as well? Is there anything that we can do with it, or is it just useless? Yep, that is just useless, so that stuff wants throwing away. No use for it whatsoever? No, nothing at all. Yeah, so we'll want to set up some system to just discard that, because we're not going to need that. Right, now let's organise where we're going to have these coke ovens. So I believe they're all just going to go here in a row. I am having a look into how I can potentially feed coals straight into these. I think I may be able to do it from the back. I don't think it has to be any particular side. I think you can feed it in from any side. But you have to use a item router from Immersive Engineering is what I believe I'm missing. There's one. And this will also aid us in getting a lot more creosote oil. But as we said, we're going to build one of those tanks for our creosote oil. Right, now, if I get out my, where are you? Engineer's hammer. And we've got 1, 2. That does mean we're going to have 3, but I am going to move that one up there as well. So we are going to be producing quite a lot of creosote oil and potentially quite a lot of coal coke. So that is going to be absolutely brilliant. The next thing I'll need to have a look into then is automating a process for this thing, because I've had a look into it, but there's nothing really that actually shows you a real good example of automating this. I see a lot of things that show putting into it but not being able to pull out, which means you've still got to come up and manually pull it out, so it's not very automatic and not exactly what it is that I'm looking for. Let's just pop those in there. We don't need the rest of those. Right, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to take a quick break while I just let this get processing. Oh, we can turn it around with this hammer, that's cool. I like how they got the little names on as well. Extraction chamber, restoration chamber, and reassembly chamber. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to make a quick cut. I might re-boggle everything around. I might not, I might just let it process so we can see what we get out of this. So I will be right back. Right, now I've just reorganised this so I can automate some of the processes. I've got that now producing as much as I can. I've got a lot of soil in there. and that's feeding itself through. Any circuits that we find, I am putting them straight into the restoration chamber. You can see I've restored up a few, but we do need to process a lot more. We also need to analyze them, because as you can see, let me just quickly show you. It says that these are not analyzed, so we do need to make the analyzer. Now the analyzer is weakened diamonds again, 4 reinforced iron blocks, and an advanced assembly. And an advanced assembly is created using the calculator assemblies, which we've made in previous episodes, surrounded by 1 reinforced ingot surrounded by 4 calculator assemblies and 4 enriched golds. Now I have already crafted that there, but before we go and create that as well, I have also found out something else. Now we made some thermoelectric generators and we couldn't get those to work. Now having a look down at a few other mods, there is a way of making ice. Now what we can do, we can put snow in a compressor and that will generate us some ice. Wait, there we go, in the compressor, and that will generate us some ice. Now if we want to stop that from melting as well, what we can do is use a chisel with it to prevent it from melting. And what we can use as a heat source is yellorium blocks. Now I do have quite a stash of yellorium, but what I don't have is snow. So while that processes some more of that dirt, what we're going to do, we're going to head over here and pick ourselves up some snow so we can create some ice. Now it's been a while since I've been out. It's also been a while since I've used my slime sling, but that is how we're going to get around today. So we're heading in easterly direction, and let's go. It shouldn't take us too long to get there because we do have the slime sling and the slime boots, as long as we're not hitting any trees like we currently are. Boom. See if we can get it on the drop. Nope. I normally try and get it as I'm dropping, but I kind of missed every time there. Or we can just see the snow there in the distance. Got a bit of a lag spike now while it just catches up with itself. There we go. Right, let's carry on moving. I have noticed there has been a lot of lag in my videos recently. That is something I am looking to sort out. The reason there was no video out yesterday as well is because I was reorganising my PC and deleting any files that are not required, like anything that I'm no longer using. But the next thing I need to do is just quickly defrag it, which will take possibly a full day, maybe even having to miss another load of episodes. But well, just probably one, but that won't be a problem. I will let you know when I am going to do that so we can get it done, because I do want to sort this lag out. I have sorted it out a little bit. As you can see, it has been performing a little better today, and it's not going to take us too long to get the snow that we require. As you can see, it's a pretty quick process of getting snow. How many have we got there? Let's grab another 16, just get another stack. There we go. Right, let's head back. So it didn't take us long at all. We're just gonna have to put it into the compressor now. Well, that was a good landing, straight on top of that tree. Let's see if we can get through the gap. Oh, just thought we were gonna make that then. Right, and next bounce, and we are back at base. It's quicker coming back than it was going there. One thing I've noticed as well, we're going to have to look at the industrial craft power, or maybe even put a chunk loader up there, because I had run out of power earlier, and it's not usual it does that. It normally keeps itself fully charged up there. You can see it is charging up now, but I think it had unloaded the chunks right up there, so I may have to chuck a chunk loader up there if there is one in the path. But we'll look at that at a later date. I did pick up some eggs as well. We don't really want those, but I will get rid of those in a sec. No. Recipe. Can we not craft this into no, please? Yeah, we can. So why was it showing me on the recipes? Why is it not showing me now on the recipes? I know, because I'm pressing recipe, not use. I think I'm in idiot mode today. And snow. And I'm just going to chuck all of this in the compressor. Get that all compressed down. We also need Yellorium blocks. Now, I've got some Yellorium and I've also got some Yellorium blocks. We're only actually going to need another... you know what? Never mind. It doesn't really matter how many I make. Because obviously we can just put any that we don't use away. I'm just going to let that process to ice. Right now, we're also going to then, while we wait, quickly make the analyzer. Analyze it. Wrong thing. What is that? Atmosphere analyzer. Right, so we need to make the advanced assembly. So I'm just going to craft that up quickly. And then we're going to craft that. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to trash the egg. Thank you. Right, so the analyzing chamber does not require power to operate. That's brilliant. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to slap this. I'm just going to pop it here for now, just so we can see what it does. So it doesn't require power to operate, but it does require power to be inserted. So what we'll do, we'll pop that there then. And I need connectors. Pop one on there. Now we'll get out our 5-volt wire and connect that to there. Let's pop our wire away before we start messing. Right. It doesn't require power at all to operate. It's not going to charge up at all. I don't understand why it then has this, unless that's something to do with a upgrade so that it can use power, so it can operate faster maybe. I'll have a look in that between episodes, that's not a problem at all. Right, what I'm going to do then, let's take one of these process ones, let's take this one here and pop that in there. They say that it doesn't require power to operate, but it certainly isn't operating, is it? And the funny thing is, I don't actually see these circuits in there. Do we not actually need to analyze them? Do we just reassemble them first? Nope, won't even go in there. But it will go in there. Just won't analyze. Alright, let me just have a quick look into this. When we come back, we'll probably get the other power system sorted if I haven't figured out what's going on with this. If not, I will have a look into it to see what is going on, because it does say it doesn't require power to operate. We couldn't get power to go into it, and it isn't doing diddly squat. So yeah, I'll be right back. Now there, thank you for holding. Right, now this analyzer, I have had a look into it now and I've worked out how it's working. See how they now say analysed? As soon as you put it in, it analyses it straight away, and you can find items in there. Now, I've just found some broccoli seeds in one. I've found 2 crafting calculators. I've put one in my engineer's toolbox, and I found a normal calculator as well. Obviously, none of these have got any energy stored in, and an energy module from calculator. Now, I believe the energy module does increase the amount of power that is in them. Let me just have a quick look. Where is my calculator? I've also got one of these crafting calculators, which is just a portable crafting bench, more or less. Yeah, so you can craft in there. So it's just a portable crafting table that I can carry around with me. Obviously, it does require power to use, and does use 1 RF per operation that you perform. Obviously, you've got my calculator and scientific calculator that you've already seen, and I created this info calculator, which is basically like your go-to book, which basically explains everything to you. So all we're doing then really is now just waiting till we get the actual one that we do require, which, looking at the drawers, does mean we're going to have to go through some dirt, because the drawer control, it takes a basic circuit board, and so far we haven't got a basic, we've got just plain circuit boards. Right, so let's go check on that ice to see if that's finished. I will just put that info calculator away. In fact, that's more of a book, so let's pop that in here. Bring those down here, and oh yeah, and I believe, yeah, my broccoli's all in here, so I'll chuck that in there as well. Right, so coming down here, we should have ice now. Yep, we've got all the ice that we created. I'm going to need my diamond chisel, just so we can turn this into another block. And I think I am just going to go for a plain looking block with a nice plain top. There we go, let's pop that away. Take our ice. So now we've got yellow Orion blocks, we've got his ice, and we've got his thermo generators. Let me just put that cobblestone away. Right, so where are we going to put these? I think I'm going to put them over here, probably somewhere up on this raised ground here. We'll terraform a bit of it out, but I want them high up here so I can just connect it straight over to that power source there. Right, so first things first, we're going to need the space for these. So let's place one there, one there. Yeah, we can move this over actually, so I will put them back. And let's do it. Yeah, here. Yeah, here'll do. So here, and we'll just fill that in. I will bring some other blocks up here and make it look a lot better, because I don't really want just dirt up here. Let's place these thermo generators down, and let's hope they work this time round. If you can remember, on a previous episode, we have given these a go once, and we weren't very successful. They weren't doing anything at all, but hopefully we're going to have more luck today. So first things first, let's take that out, take that out, take that out. Then we're going to want to take that one out, and that one out, that one out, that one out, that one out, and that one out. It's a good job we picked up this dirt here, so I can fill this in a bit. As I said, I will be changing this out because I don't really want it looking like this, but that's not a problem. We can sort that out at a later date. Right, first things first then, let's pop in the Yellorium blocks. One there and one there. And then for the ice. I did that the wrong way around, because as you can see, we've got wrong one there, and wrong one there. It's actually supposed to be ice blocks. Still not generating any power from these. I'm still unsure as to why they're not generating anything at all. I have seen people using this, and they have been getting power generation from these, but I myself doesn't seem to be working. But sorry, we've put it in now. I'll decorate the area, but I am just going to connect these straight up to our power system. I also think I am going to... Where is my bag? Stuff in. One of these. Up you here. Put you away. Wrong bag. Try and stay organised. One of these. Damn it. Now, another good thing about these ice blocks is I can't break them down to a water source myself, which is even better. And let's place that on top of there. Take these ice blocks back. Still no RF? Oh, I don't know, because I mean there's RF in these. You know, if I put one of these down, are they full of RF? No? So I mean they're getting RF from somewhere, even if this is not showing any generation. Maybe I missed it the first time, maybe it was generating and I just didn't notice myself. I bet a few of you have been kicking your teeth in, trying to, well, knowing what I'd really done like. But let's get it connected up anyway and see if it aids in our power generation. Connect you up there, and finally, let's go around here. Whoop, let's climb up this side. Connect you up there. Now, I keep getting this every now and again from that wire. I think what I may need to do is strip it all down and double insulate the wire, or even triple insulate the wire, and same again down there as well around the back, because sometimes I'll get close to it and I'll start to get electrocuted, as you've seen there. Like, it's just generating that much power. There's too much power going down there, but that's only when they are loaded in. Well, they're all loaded in now, but when the chunks are loaded and it's actually generating the power and knows that the power is coming in. Right, so let's pop all this stuff away. Let's go put this ice away. I think we'll pop the ice in here. Pop the Yellorium away. These seeds I'll drop over in there at another time. And while we're here, I think I'll just chuck them in now. And let's go see if we've got any more circuit boards to process. So we haven't found any more yet. I believe you can put stone in here as well, but that will give you damaged ones, and then those damaged ones, they are the ones that you put in the reassembly chamber, and it will repair the damaged ones. So I'm just going to grab some stone. I'm not sure if it's stone or cobblestone. We'll give them both a try. And I think I will change it over for the stone. Let's try the stone first. Oh, so it says just cobblestone. It doesn't show you the different types of ones that you'll get though. We may get something different if we use cobblestone, I'm not too sure. Pop that in there. And what we will do as well. Yeah, grab some more cobblestone. Shut that in as well. We will have a look quickly as well, see if we can make some speed upgrades for these, because I believe we can put some speed upgrades in them. Transfer speed, transfer energy, void, and speed. You can put up to 16 speed upgrades in them. I'll pop that in there. Right now, the best way to find out what it is that we're going to need is taking our info calculator. Now, if we go down to where is it? Are you? There you are. The extraction chamber. So the precision chamber is a different type of one for it. Let's see if we can find those speed upgrades. Speed upgrades. Increase the operation of speed of certain machines when installed with right click. I'll shift right click and you can see what upgrade types can be installed on a given machine. Removed by removing the machine block. So we want the speed upgrades. Let's have a look in calculate it. And where are our energy upgrade, speed upgrade? If crafted, an automatic calculator enriched gold dust goes in third spot. So we'd need an atomic calculator. Now, an atomic calculator triggers age 8, so that's way ahead of us. So that is another thing that we won't be doing as of yet. So we're just going to have to keep with the slow process for now. But that'll do for us, that's not a problem at all. Hopefully we will get circuit boards that we are looking for. Now, for some reason I don't see those circuit boards down here, the ones that we are after. But it does state that they are from calculator. Let me just have another quick look into this, because I am getting a bit pretty puzzled and a bit frustrated with this now, and I really want to move on to something else, but we need that storage drawer controller so I can start to get everything in an organised manner. I mean, at the moment these are filling up relatively quick. I mean, as you can see, I've even had to turn it off for a while because it's filling up relatively fast, and it's leaving no space for anything else. Whoa, that one is full to the brim. Take as much as we can get. Yeah, I can hear you behind me. Stay away. Leave me alone. Right, let me pop that away. And I'll tell you what we will do as well. We'll just increase the storage capacity of the chest here, so we can get the rest of this out as well. Any more in there? No, there's some in here. And I think we'll just fill this first chest with these seeds. Do that so it stops filling that one with anything other than. Could actually grab that last stack there. And we'll go and chuck all our canola in here. There we go. So there's plenty of canola providing power to that. Hopefully those thermoelectric generators are now generating more power for us as well. We may end up having to increase the amount of storage. As you can see, these are all actually full, which is brilliant. I'll tell you what I'm going to do then. I'm going to switch this on. Get ready for that little lovely sound. It makes me laugh every time I press it. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut away while I try to find out what that circuit board is and how we get that circuit board for the storage drawers, and then I will come back to you. I may even just have a quick look now just while we're still on. If I can't find anything, it is from forestry. So is it made in the carpenter? Because it does say it's from forestry. It says only the recipe using calculator circuits is correct. Ah, so this is the one that we want. So we definitely need the carpenter anyway. So what we're going to do then while we wait, I aren't going to cut away because we've already got those items. So it is now that time that we move on to the farming age. So I'm going to chuck those down and pick those back up, and boom, we are now in age 4 of the farming age. Now what we need is some glass and some more bronze to make the carpenter. That is causing mega lag, so that can actually wait. And we need... Where are you? There you go. We need 6 of those, and we also need 2 pieces of glass. Now, I believe now make the carpenter, and now I understand what it meant by only the recipe using the calculator 6 is correct, which means this one, so we can ignore this completely, and this is the one that we've got to go for. So we need one of those circuits, one of those circuits, one of those circuits, and we also need redstone ingots, and also diamonds. Now, redstone, that's not going to be a problem. As you can see, we've got quite a bit here, so I think I will just get a lot of this processed. Oh, I don't like odd numbers, and I've just left another odd number there again. And we've got one left over. Oh, I'm just going to chuck them all in. I am not fighting about with that to make sure I've got even numbers. My OCD can snick it for today. And we will chuck those in there. Let those process up. Now, for the forestry then, I'm not too sure where we are going to set this up. For now, I'm just going to plonk it down here because I want to get these up and running because we really need those storage things. So, is that just regular liquid? Water? Ah, that is not a problem at all, because that we can actually pump up from here. Is it? Nope. Is it? Yeah, a bit further over than that. Ignore that that's a stair block. Had a lot of stairs and I wanted to use them all. You get out of my way. Right, let's take that. Oh, I can hear another one. Oh no, 2 little guys. You are kidding me, aren't you? Come on, bugger. Go away. I absolutely... Do you know what? In fact, the zombie ones aren't that bad. The worst ones are the tiny little skeletons with a bow and arrow. I could rip my hair out if I bump into one of them. They drive me insane. Is it down here? Oh, wrong way again. Yep, I heard you, I heard you, I heard you. Please don't be a little one. No, you're not. Wait, you wait. Get here. Right, I know this episode is going longer than planned as well. I aren't really that bothered. We missed an episode yesterday, so I'm more than happy to make up for that today and get a nice long episode in. Now, I believe we can go down here. Oh, yes, that's what I was looking for. And do I have any more tanks? Get rid of this flower. I hate the fact that you can't dig up anywhere without picking up a load of flowers. They drive me absolutely insane. Let's go put these skulls away as well and see if we can find my tanks. Because I believe we do have some tanks somewhere. Are they in my white bag? No, that's not a problem. If we have to make another one, that is not a problem at all. Do I have any... Here I can... Will not have a spare tank anywhere? Have a look what we've got down here. I know we've got loads of these tanks just lying around. A lot of them not even in use. We will take that one. That'll do us. Right, so let's unconfigure that. Plonk that down there. Oh, even better. That's just straight away pushing straight out into it. That's not a problem at all. And I think we're just going to bob this down there for now. I can do with configuring that first. Push. That is now filling up. That's brilliant. And we fill in that. I will have to sort something out because I don't really want it that low. I might just put another tank underneath it to bring it up one. But I can do that in between episodes as well when I tidy up the place a bit more. Let's go put his trophy away as well. I haven't actually made a trophy room. I've just now been collecting them up. I'm collecting quite a bit of armour as well. But I haven't really had to make any armour for myself yet unless it runs out. I just come in here and grab anything that I've already gathered. Like I've got quite a few stacked up now. I can start compiling some together to make the armour better and last longer. In fact, I can even do that now with this osmium helmet. I know I'm probably losing a bit of durability, but I am getting a full use helmet. Put that in there as well. We'll put that in there for now, because we're not going to use that one. We do need that eventually, but we're not going to use it just yet. So we need to make one of these. Right, so it's a case of making sure that we're getting the right circuits out of here, and we're still not getting any circuits out of there. Wonder what that void upgrade is. That so we could just void off this soil, this stuff that we don't need? I mean, it would be great if we could just void that automatically, but it would be nice if we could increase the chance at which we're getting these circuit boards. But like it said, I mean, we aren't going to be looking at that until we reach age 8, and that is quite a way away. Such a shame we can't just do this simple recipe, and we've got to go through this rigmarole. That is rather long-winded. I mean, we haven't even come close to any of those ones that we need just yet. I mean, we've got some red ones of those, we haven't got blue ones. Or is this just the shape? Processing chamber? Oh, so the processing chamber can actually deal with both dirty and damaged. So we need a processing chamber to rectify some of these. Is that what it's telling me? The damaged one, that's a dirty one. Processing chamber. Ah, no, yeah, restoration and reassembly. So the processing chamber just does the damage and the dirty, but we've got both of these, so we've got one for damaged and one for dirty, so that's not a problem at all. I don't really have bothered at that. It would be nice though when we upgrade, we can just do away with one of these and probably put a speed upgrade so we can just do damaged and dirty all in one go. That will obviously free up some space in this area. For now though, I think that will do it for today. This episode has gone on a lot longer than planned. It is going to be a while to upload. But hopefully that's going to be a lot faster as well, because that was another issue I had yesterday. My upload was terribly long and took all day to upload. I think I started it, I had to stay up till nearly 3 in the morning to get it uploading to YouTube. As soon as I started uploading, normally I get up in the morning, it's finished. but yesterday's didn't finish till 5 o'clock, and I believe it may have been something when I was processing. I processed it at a higher rate, 60 frames per second, which doubled the size of the file, but nearly quadrupled the length of time to upload to YouTube. So I'd like to thank you for today. If you've enjoyed what we've done today, please feel free to leave a like. And if you would like to see more videos from myself, please feel free to subscribe for updates when I put on more Minecraft videos. Thank you. Goodbye.